Welcome to Simply Kamaru, and I'm your boy Kamaru here. Today, I'm gonna be doing this video about anime changed my life and some of the 10 lessons I learned from watching anime. And I don't want to be sound like too much of a hype beast, but I'm just too late and I want to talk. Anyway, I'm gonna be talking about some of the lessons I learned from watching anime. Anime like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, bruh, Cowboy Bebop, Byakugan, Inazuma 11.
Too many to name.
All the goats, all the goated anime. So make sure you stick around and let's get to it, which is number 10. Take care of your shadow. Take care of your shadow, Many popular forms of media will advise their viewers to run away from demons, but the anime medium is different. In anime, characters who embrace and learn to work with demons, shadows, and monsters are a common occurrence. Whether it be Naruto building a relationship with Kurama, Arch Ketchum taking care of the monsters in his pocket, or Megumi carrying the weight of his shadow, Shikigami, anime has a lesson for anyone hoping to face their demons head on. Even Tokuyama from My Hero Academy has a lesson to teach viewers about working alongside their shadow. So it's kind of like a good form of it's okay to work against or to face your demons and all that. I think it's just an important part of also growing up and all that, trying to find a bit of formality and working against Otimonbaku and appreciating that you have the past and you face your past. So it's kind of a good insight. That's actually good. Number 9 is no one is too weak to be a hero. Perseverance is not a lesson that is exclusive to anime. Still, the way anime displays perseverance is on a completely different level than any other media. Deku from My Hero Academy persevered through his powerlessness and only got his due after putting his life on the line to save his childhood bully. Similarly, Asta from Black Clover spent more than a decade training his body to make up for his magical weaknesses. Anime doesn't just promote perseverance, it promotes a complete denial of weakness that is so admirable that it continues to impact viewers well into their adult lives. It's just persevere, knowing that you can do it, never giving up. I really don't know this Black Clover anime. I'm really left in the dark, but it's cool. I heard about My Hero Academia. I never really watched it, and I'm probably gonna try it. Who knows? Got time. The 8 is tears are more powerful than superpowers. For every best boy that can be found in anime, there's a sad boy waiting to release a waterfall of tears right around the corner. Usopp, Zenitsu, and Takemichi are 3 of the most well-known crybabies in anime. Usopp because I know him from One Piece. It's kind of that. While some might consider these 3 characters weak because of their emotional outbursts, they couldn't be any further from the truth. Takemichi is especially powerful through the power of sadness and proves it by crying his way into one of the most dangerous gangs in Tokyo. I really don't know who this Takemichi is, but it's cool. It's just anime, right? Number 7, distraction is the greatest supervillain. In a world where the greatest superhero is able to take down villains with a single punch, it may seem impossible to create a sense of danger. This was a challenge yet set to Yusuke Murata when he penned the story in One Punch Man. In order to create a real sense of danger, Arati had to figure out how to take down a character who can quite literally punch through anything. To do so, he took a risk and wrote a story where distraction and depression are the only things capable of sidelining his hero. Kinda true. Distraction is the greatest supervillain. Make sure you're not too distracted and focus on your goals. Number 6 is train your weirdness until it becomes a strength. Due to the fact that learning is done best by modeling after the experts that come before, few teachers will direct students to embrace their weirdness. Fortunately, for those who thrive in the warmth of in the warmth of embrace of weirdness, anime has a controversial take on success that is best exemplified by Astra of the Black Bulls. In Black Clover, Asta is a outlier that is an outlier in that he has no magical ability. Compared to the rest of his peers, he is a bona fide weirdo. Fortunately, Asta embraced his oddities and developed strengths that allowed him to compete with the most powerful wizards in the world. I mean, if you're weird, you're weird. And make it super powerful, you something that you gotta embrace. And it doesn't necessarily change you for like think you're a bad person. You're just you, that's it. Number 5, the line between a hero and villain is extremely blurry. Compared to the black and white lessons taught by Western franchises like Star Wars, anime can seem like an outlier in the way it teaches viewers about good and evil. Eren Yeager is the most recent example of a morally complex protagonist in anime, but he isn't the only one. Light Yagami's foray into villainy and Maka Alban and Soul Evans' trip into madness are both proofs that good and evil are easy to confuse than many believe them to be. Anime makes great use of moral ambiguity, which is kind of understandable. We can relate to that. And number 4. The truest way to fight for your life is to put it at risk. Naruto Uzumaki has been risking his life to prove his own worth since the days of his original series. The young shinobi constantly boxes out of his weight class, but it's in the moments that he puts his own body on the line that really cements this lesson into minds of viewers. During the battle of the 3 legendary Sani, Naruto was tasked with taking on Kabuto. At the time, Orochimaru's minion was almost a decade older than Naruto and outclassed the protagonist in almost every way. Still, Naruto defeated Kabuto by taking a knife to the hand and proving that it's the one who's willing to sacrifice the most of themselves that is truly the strongest. I mean, Naruto already proved to be a goat, man. Like, I don't have to like go deep into it. Like, man, like, I love Naruto. Don't get me wrong, he a goat. No one is useless. Despite the jokes and jabs of anime fans, nobody is ever truly useless. Characters may be different in how they express their strength, but never useless. These differences are largely celebrated in anime, but it wasn't until My Hero Academy that it was made clear just how valuable these differences were. In My Hero Academy, characters like a wide variety of perks celebrated. Not only are characters perks celebrated, but they're also respected as members of the same profession despite approaching their work from completely different angles. My Hero Academia has made it possible for the new generation of anime lovers to scold the older fans for daring to call Sakura a useless character. Don't get me wrong, like Sakura was kind of useless. I mean, like in the beginning of Naruto, but as the show went on, I mean, she kind of held her own ground. So, I respect her for that. Okay, number 2. Attitude is less important than actions. After years of hearing teachers and parental figures demand that the children and students correct their attitudes, the anime genre has come back with a retort that teaches a different lesson. This lesson comes from the anti-heroes of the anime world and can be explained as such. Attitude doesn't matter nearly as much as a person's actions. Thanks to the efforts of Sasuke, Vegeta, and Bakugo, anime fans have come to learn that a person shouldn't be measured by their intentions rather than their disposition. After all, intentions drive action regardless of how abrasive someone is on the outside, which is true. Very, very true. Number one, literally, fight for your friends. If Luffy from One Piece ever had heard someone say violence is never the answer, he would erupt into a fit of his iconic laughter for hours. The captain of the Straw Hats is known for his violent outbursts, yet nobody ever questions his role as a hero and just protagonist. The reason for this has everything to do with why Luffy fights. He doesn't fight for pride, gold, or anything other or any other selfish reasons. Luffy fights for his friends and his dreams. With this sort of motivation, violence sometimes feels like the only answer, and Luffy has no problem throwing the first punch. I mean, yeah, kind of makes sense because this guy, Luffy, is just no hands. Nigga, no hands, but I can't really fight with that because he's Luffy for a reason. You know, you get to learn a lot from these type of shows, and it necessarily puts you into a perspective of like, okay, what can I change about my life? What can I do? What can I improve here and there? It necessarily kind of drives you into a point where you think you want to self-improve somewhere, or kind of gives you an insight. I mean, I won't lie. I learned a lot from these. I think Naruto and Dragon Ball Z like taught me a lot about like never giving up and like always chasing your dreams and like always like always there, like that type of stuff. But I'm not gonna fuss about it too much, and appreciate you watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Yeah, just give it a thumbs up or comment, whatever you felt like resonated with you here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, enjoy.